Nintendo games are blasted expensive. They just are. This isn't news to anyone who plays on the Switch or who has owned a Nintendo console in the past. Nintendo games are expensive. They're at launch they're comparable to most AAA titles. They're about the same price. But they never go down in price. They never go on sale. And now I came across this article this morning talking about how the Skyward Sword HD upgrade is going to cost $10 more for the HD version on the Switch than what it originally cost on the Wii. And then he goes on to explain how this is our own fault, which is, I mean, it's harsh, but it's true. When the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword launched for the Nintendo Wii back in 2011, I can't believe this game is 10 years old. It was priced at $49.99, and now the remastered version, Skyward Sword HD, is going to be priced at $59.99, adding $1 to the price tag for every year that's passed since the original game's release. This is not usually how things go, but this is how things go with Nintendo, and this article just got me wondering, why do we let them get away with this? It seems no matter how they price things, we're just willing to pay it. And yet, there's so much else we would pay for from Nintendo. We discussed this on the podcast on Saturday. There's so much more we would pay for, like just access to their really, really old games on PC, or, just a variety of things that we would pay for that they don't offer us. They really have their hand on the spigot. They tightly control how and when and where you can access their games, and they come down hard on piracy. Now, I'm not advocating for piracy of Nintendo's games or anything like that, but they definitely, they're very, very concerned about you playing their games outside of their approved way of doing it. I mean, if you're running you want to run Mario Brothers, like the original Mario Brothers, or any game from like the original NES or Famicom on your computer with an emulator, no, that is highly frowned upon. Even if you own the cartridge, there's this myth going around that if you own the cartridge, then it's legal for you to download the ROM. Well, that's technically not true. I mean, you might make a moral argument that you're not doing anything wrong, but it's technically not legal, and it's technically not something that Nintendo is happy with. But anyway, that's a bit of a tangent. So, new Skyward Sword remake, or not even a remake, it's a remastered version as far as I know, is more expensive than when Skyward Sword originally came out. And you might say, well, it's got HD graphics and upgraded visuals, etc., so it's worth more money. Okay, but perhaps this is the price that it would be releasing at if Skyward Sword were made today, but this game is 10 years old. And sure, they've had to change some things for, they no longer have the motion control, or actually they probably are going to implement the motion controls with the Wii Joy-Cons, but this game is 10 years old. It's not like they didn't write a new story, they didn't create a new world for it. They had to upgrade what they already had. And yeah, that's a lot of work. But let's look at some other games. I mean, by the way, here's a perfect example. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out 2017. Still selling for the same price that it came out for at launch, and that's probably never going to go down. Mario Odyssey, same thing. Still selling for launch price. But let's look at some other games that came out that same year. Horizon Zero Dawn, you can get the complete edition for PlayStation for $30. Same with Prey. Prey, you can buy for this is in Canadian here, but this is half of what I paid for Prey when it came out new. And you can buy the deluxe edition with all of the DLC for for this price, which is still low. It's significantly lower than the launch price of just the base game. And you can buy Prey and Dishonored 2 in a bundle if you want. Both excellent games, actually. If you want to check that out, if you're looking for some good adventure action games to play, I recommend both of those. But anyway, the point is, it's gone down in price, and you say, well, but it's a remaster. It's not just the original game. Well, let's look at the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, where you can get all three games. Uh, it's a it's remastered editions of all three games for the price of one AAA game. So you're getting three games in there remastered for the price of one. And we could look at other examples. CD Projekt Red, for all their flaws recently, they're going to be offering the next gen version of The Witcher for free to people who already own The Witcher 3. So there's really no comparison. What Nintendo's doing here is kind of unprecedented. That's the wrong tab. To actually be selling this for more, and I mean, yes, I haven't checked every game in existence. So those of you who are going to the comments right now to say, well, actually, this company released this game for this much. Yeah, okay. I'm sure there's exceptions out there, but in general, this is just not how it works. So this article writer points out everyone dislikes this. It feels wrong. Sony's competitors routinely and permanently drop the prices of their big budget AAA games. Yes, this is true. This is very true. But Nintendo is just following our lead. You know, we complain about this stuff, but we still pay for it. And there's other things Nintendo is doing that's ridiculous, but we pay for it. I mean, putting aside the fact that their mobile games are riddled with microtransactions, and we're starting to get a little concerned about those kinds of things coming to their console experience. Sure, I certainly hope not. But did you know that if you buy Super Mario Maker 2, which is the successor to the legendary Super Mario Maker, which came out on the Wii U, and is probably the only reason that console was even remotely a success, I'm pretty sure, is Super Mario Maker. But basically, if you're not familiar, it's a level maker for Super Mario, and you can make you can make levels and put them online for other people to play, and it's quite fun. I bought a Switch specifically for Super Mario Maker 2. So I bought the Switch, I paid full AAA price for Mario Maker 2, essentially have infinite levels to play. But did you know that if you actually want online connectivity, you have to pay a yearly subscription? I mean, and without that, all I could do is save levels to my own console and then play my own levels. Hooray! Yay! I'll just sit and play my own levels that I made last week. That's what you have to do. Now their online subscription it's not going to break the bank for most people, but still. Could you imagine sitting down with your Xbox and you have the latest Halo game, and but it tells you, oh, you wait, you want to go play online multiplayer with people? Oh, you've got to pay us $5 a month. Wait, like what? Like the Xbox is online enabled. It's all there. I got to pay extra for online connectivity. That's bullcrap, man. Why do we let them get away with that? I don't know. But we do, and we pay for it because we're suckers, apparently. That's the problem. Nintendo makes such good stuff. So it's not that the quality of their games is not worth the price, I suppose, but it still seems like they're charging a premium on what should be baseline stuff. And another example of this is this game that just came out, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So this is a very interesting case because Super Mario 3D World, so they've re-released it for the Switch. I haven't played it myself, but I understand it's an excellent game. They've re-released it. Of course, it's for full AAA price, but they've included this expansion called Bowser's Fury. Now, Bowser's Fury, this is not really, I mean, in the technical sense, sure, I guess it's an expansion for Super Mario 3D World, and it's packaged with the new Super Mario 3D World remake. But Bowser's Fury plays completely differently than Mario 3D World. The streamers I've watched playing it are saying it feels more like Mario Odyssey. It feels like it was. One streamer said it felt like it was supposed to be DLC for Mario Odyssey. You know that's what it feels like. It felt way more like Mario Odyssey than it did with Mario 3D World. Now it's its own really self-contained game. It is a short one. It's like 4 to 6 hours apparently, and it's got some innovative stuff. It's an open world Mario experience. It doesn't have like with most 3D Mario's where you travel to different places or you have your little island worlds like Mario 64 jumping into the painting and you go into these levels where you have to get all the stars or whatever, and Odyssey does something similar. Bowser's Fury is actually a seamless open world, so that's really interesting. It's got some innovative new gameplay mechanics, but it's definitely more like Odyssey than it is like 3D World. So it's like Odyssey with a 3D World skin, basically, is how I would describe it, because everything is cats. Like Mario Odyssey in 3D World, everything is a cat for some reason. Anyway, I digress. Madcap and inventive, I would agree with that assessment. But why did they package this with 3D World? I mean, this just screams cash grab. The gameplay is different than 3D World. And so if you want to play this new Bowser's Fury experience, you have to buy the 3D World remake, which is full AAA price. So yes, you're getting more for it, but I mean, this Bowser's Fury is again, like I've read online, it's a 4 to 6 hour experience. It's a short game. It's not a full-fledged 3D Mario game experience. And 3D World, again, another remake, another re-release. I don't know if they've improved it at all or not. I haven't researched it. But this is what Nintendo's giving us for Mario's 35th birthday. They're just flooding us with games they've already released. Mario 3D All-Stars, another example. 3 games packaged into one package. So you're getting Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. Repackaged for, with upgraded graphics, that kind of a thing. Again, paying, I guess that you could say that's similar to this Mass Effect example, where you're getting 3 games for the single AAA price. So maybe that's not a great example, but anyway, they've just done nothing but flood us with remakes, remasters, old games with shiny new packaging. Meanwhile, where's Mario Odyssey 2? Where's Breath of the Wild 2? And where's the new Super Metroid game that we've been anticipating? So, I don't know. This, I guess, has been kind of a rant, but I want to know what you think. Why do we let Nintendo get away with this stuff? And are you okay with it? Are these things actually worth what they're charging for them? Is Skyward Sword HD worth $10 more than buying Skyward Sword was in 2011? Let me know what you think. Comment in the comments below. Please do slam that like button if you appreciated this content. I'll talk to you again soon.